Views from the Sea coming at you tonight with week 2 of Tiger basketball action. We are in Clay Center tonight.
Now I got some stats here from home field advantage and what effects it has on people. For University of Pennsylvania Studies concludes that in the NBA, your chance of winning, or home teams win 60.1% of their games. NFL is 58.1% of their games, and it goes on with NHL and MLB. All better for home field advantage. So the home field advantage definitely is a real thing.
Hey, like the Chiefs, 12th man, Seahawks, 12th man, it's a real thing.
We've got the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th,
10th,
and 11th man
right here in Clay Center, right here at the Sea.
Clay Center is bound to have one of the best student sections in the NCKL, I hear, this year.
Definitely have a
we will.
strong
It'll be
student
strong
section.
this year. It'll be strong this year.
Go Big Orange! Go Big Orange! There's just a
That's
little
just
preview.
a little sneak peek, guys.
All right, and one other stat I have. NBA, if they played every single game at home, they would have 10% more wins. So that just tells you how much the home field advantage helps you win games. All right, the girls tonight taking on the Beloit. I think Clay Center is ranked 5th and Beloit is ranked 8th. These are 2 undefeated teams and both teams look very good, but with these stat breakdowns, we'll know who's going to come on top tonight. Looking at points per game, Beloit has 68 points per game to Clay Center's 41. Beloit's top scorer is number 5, has averages 20 points per game, and that's not a bad score.
No, that's impressive.
So right now the stats are leaning towards Beloit, but let me tell you this. Beloit's girls have allowed 60 points per game to Clay Center's 19.
Defense wins championships. That's all I can say.
Defense wins championships. And let me just tell you, Holden, you can look at these stats. You can look at all the numbers breakdowns, but when it comes down to it, that doesn't matter. It's all about what's in here. And you know what really gets in here going? A student section, a home crowd, and you know what? Clay Center has both those things tonight. I don't know if Beloit's going to stand a chance against this hostile environment.
I'll have to agree with you, Garrett. I mean, no doubt about it.
All right. Now, if you wouldn't have already favored Clay Center by now, this will really blow your mind. Beloit has not won an away game in months.
Wow. See, that's the difficulty with the team when you can't travel. You know, their coaches have got to be thinking, what can we do differently to get this team on the road? And you know what? Clay Center won last week away. First game of the season, you know what? They came out and blew them up. So
Very impressive one.
it was very impressive win last week.
Excited for this.
Now, another thing, Clay Center has not lost a home game in a long time. So this team plays well at home, and the student section will be going tonight.
Got the pep band,
Stats
everything.
tell it all for home games.
Yep.
One more stat before we go. Beloit, as all the third quarters they've played, they combined for 6 total points. If you can't win the third quarter, then you can't win a game.
Got to finish out strong.
You have to finish strong.
You get going, it doesn't matter if you're ahead at half. If you can't finish going down the stretch, then you got a problem. So,
all right, on to the boys. All right, Beloit. Clay Center boys team is taking on Beloit tonight. These are 2 teams that may not have started the season like they want to. Neither team has a win yet this year. These are 2 cold teams, but we have some numbers to let you know which team is going to be better than the other.
yeah. Now, is it my understanding, Mr. Heigl, that Concordia beat Beloit boys last week, and isn't Concordia state ranked number 5?
Concordia is state ranked, so
Concordia is a good, solid basketball
they
program.
lost to a good team, but Clay Center
loss.
lost.
Clay Center, on the other hand, lost to the number 2 ranked team in the state. That is an impressive loss.
Another respectable loss.
Yeah, they stuck with them, and you know what?
All game long.
All game long.
All game long.
And they just pulled away right there at the very end, and Clay Center couldn't finish down the stretch. So, you know what? It's another one of those home field advantage things.
I agree with you perfectly on that. All right, points per game. Beloit has 70 points per game. That's a lot of
impressive.
That's an impressive offense, but Clay Center's defense. Defense wins championships.
Clay Center has 49 points per game, but look at this. Beloit has 72 allowed points per game, and Clay Center only allows 68. Like we said before several times, defense wins championships.
That's 4
True.
points.
Close games.
4 points can make a
Close
game.
games.
1 point can make a game. If you can't finish those close games like Beloit did last week, then
Win's a
You're
win.
done.
a win is a win.
A sloppy win, a clean win, doesn't matter.
It's a win is a win.
It goes in the win column. All right. Now, I don't know about you guys, but have you guys heard anything about what Clay Center plays like at home?
Oh,
I've heard about the
I've
student
heard
section.
a lot.
The
This
student section is
section.
amazing this year.
Yes.
Clay Center's boys have not lost at home in months. Beloit, on the other hand, can't play on the road. They haven't won a road game in months. They don't do well against opposing student sections. And Clay Center's is just going to make it all the harder.
12th
tonight.
man.
That's going to be key in this game. 12th man.
And so, why Beloit could win, I'm gonna have to say their offense is fire.
Their offense is high powered. It can shoot at you and it'll make you hurt. But
They put
Clay
numbers on
Center's-
the board.
They do. And you know, I don't know. You got anything on rebounding? Clay Center has got to rebound the ball this week.
Definitely,
They have
that was
to
a
re-
problem.
That was a
they
problem
made.
last week. And
I
if
know.
Clay Center can rebound the
Key to
basketball,
game tonight.
that's what I'm calling. I'm calling my key to the game is going to be rebounds.
I know
I
the coach
figured.
heavily focused on it. That's something they've been working in and out at practice, so I think we're going to see better rebounding at this game. All right, now one more stat from Clay Center that I haven't mentioned yet. Just last week we talked about how good the three-point shooting was for Clay Center. They had no lost misses. Well, after this week 1 game, there are 3 shooters on Clay Center sheet. 3 that shoot better than Steph Curry.
Well, Auburn
Shooting
kid.
above 50%
He
for
just-
three-point range. Why don't they just always shooting threes? you know?
Automatic.
I know. Automatic.
I put my money on him.
Me too.
All right, do we want to say our score predictions right now?
Might as well.
Might as well.
All
Okay,
right, Garrett.
mine, Garrett Craig's for the girls' game. I'm going Clay Center with 55-35. It's going to be a good game. And for the boys, I'm going to go Clay Center winning 72-69. Beloit's going to lose another close one on the road.
Girls game, I'll have to go with Clay Center victory 56 to about 52. Looking at the defensive stats, we'll keep them down. Boys game, I'll have to say Clay Center comes out again with a 64-63 victory. It's going to be clutch in the end, and Clay Center's got to pull through with the home crowd tonight.
Now looking at the girls' game, I see a lot of different things, but I see defense, and I see Clay Center's defense pulling through tonight and winning the game 9-0. And for the boys, I see a strong defense standpoint from the boys also. But Beloit's perimeter shooting is going to allow them to score a little bit more. So I'm going to say Clay Center 11, Beloit 3.
Okay, for the girls, I'm going to say that it's going to be 67-40. It's going to be a low-scoring game, and Clay Center is going to blow them out of the water. For the boys' game, I'm going to say it's going to be a closer game, 59-63.
All right, there you have it, folks.
Oh, I forgot my watch.
What time is it?
Uh-oh, it's
Game time.
All right,
See you
we'll
in the
see you
den.
at the den.